25 years I have became a bus and rail fanny. Today I want to show you a video about a true life story about being an artist and being a transit police. So sit back and relax and enjoy the video. I have been a very long term with my art paintings over the past 9.5 years, and I have my first activity I had done with my sketching and my paintings. Well, first of all, when I was 15, I started with my sketching, and I do practice of sketching for a couple of months until I move on to the next new sketching layout. And in 2006, I started taking photograph, and I developed and I started to do some more sketching, something like this up here. This picture I have drew. This is a 3D bus. But it's different than this one right here. But and also for years I started filming buses since 2008, and I get and then 2 years later in 2010 I get a lot of hassle by a couple of bus operators. I decided to find another way to get the to sign up to become a membership at the art studio. When I become a membership here at the Creative Vision Factory when I met the art director, Michael Comeback, and 1 year later I was become a member, and I started to do some artwork since February of 2012, and I've done over 300 of my new artwork. And then in spring of 2012, Ken Siegel and I were having a two-man show for April 13th and May 6th, and all the visitors came by and look at my artwork and look at his artwork, and everybody could give me a compliment and all the good compliments, and then come back to come back the next art loop, and on June through this year in 2013. And this year on June 7th through July 25th, we're having another two-man show for me and Ken Siegel. I'm doing the public transportation. It's not the same as last year. It's going to be different. And Ken Siegel it's going to be the same thing, glow in the dark. And when you come to my show, you can see all of my art gallery in the front room, and you walk the back of the gallery, you see Ken Siegel's artwork. And then last year, I have 5 interviews about my work, and I have videos I have videos of me and about the interview. It's already uploaded on YouTube, and I get a lot of reviews on YouTube and questioning and comments. You also see I have a picture of me on Sparks magazine, and it's all over. It spreads all over Wilmington and the state of Delaware. And after that, by winter of 2012, I'm on the News Journal newspaper, which I was talk about my artwork, about my interests and all that, and I hope everybody understands what the pictures are used for and all that. So there you go.
Hi, I'm Ken Siegel, and I'm assistant director and studio manager here at the Creative Vision Factory. For the last month, for May and June of 2014, busman Geraldo Gonzalez and I are doing a two-man show up front in the gallery space. His pictures are psychedelic, colorful, psychedelic pictures of buses and trains and people that ride them. And over here I have a lot of pictures of kind of weird-looking faces is what I like doing. I like to do portraits of people, and I like to do some unusual kind of portraits of animals and imaginary critters. I want to say that Geraldo is a great young man. He's a good friend. He's very smart. He's very talented. And when he goes out shooting photographs and video for his art forms, he should just be left alone. It's art. It's just art. He's not a spy. He's not from some foreign country. It's not the Patriot Act all over again. He's just shooting some photographs of buses so he can draw them. Let him go.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I've known Geraldo now for a good 10 years out here on the bus, and I've seen him progress greatly over time in his artwork and in his media work and in all the schooling that he's going to in the Creative Vision Factory and reaching out to people and He's a good man, and he's going to go places, and I'm proud to know him as a friend.
I'm Michael Kalmbach, Executive Director of the Creative Vision Factory, and Geraldo Gonzalez has been one of our most prolific members here at the factory. He produces a really large quantity of artwork, and has been a model member here, but really has an amazing practice. This practice is born out of his love of public transit. You know, every weekend this guy is combing the streets of the Mid-Atlantic region on either the DART, SEPTA, or New Jersey Transit System, and is collecting a variety of images that are informing the work that he makes. The first time I met Geraldo, though, was right in the beginning of the Creative Vision Factory about 3 years ago. I was then actively organizing artists through an organization called New Wilmington Art Association. And through NWAA, we would put on exhibitions of contemporary artwork in vacant properties throughout Wilmington. And that work exposed me to a broader arts and cultural community in the area, and developed many relationships with area artists. And one of these artists, Ellen Priest, who's an amazing abstract painter and a great resource here in the city, mentioned that she had somebody that she knew that she felt would really work well with this new program that I was getting ready to take on and develop from scratch. You know, the young man that she was talking about was one of her, you know, a local kid from her neighborhood, Geraldo Gonzalez. And she encouraged Geraldo to come to one of our shows, and that's when I first met him and got to see his work. And I remember that night talking to Geraldo and really wrapping my head around this amazing body of work, this huge amount of really colorful works around public transit, and thinking, wow, this guy is really onto something. And the work was really high quality, and I knew right away that I would be able to kind of, you know, get the work in front of the right people. And I can't remember exactly how the conversation went, but I remember hearing from Geraldo that there was a certain level of frustration that he was sharing his artwork with people, and it wasn't getting out there, or wasn't being shown at some of our local institutions. And I think if I didn't say it to him that night, shortly thereafter I said, you know, we'll get your work out there. You know, it's good, it's quality stuff. You know, think of the Creative Vision Factory as an extension of your studio, and come in and make work with us and see what happens. And so in the past 3 years, a lot has happened with his work. You know, we've been able to provide a vehicle for Geraldo to not only have an additional studio space, but really to shine a light on this amazing work that he does. He's an integral part of our community. You know, the communal art studio, you know, artists feed off of each other. They feed off of the work and the passion, the ideas that they bring to it. When you bring artists together collectively and they start working, they have a great influence on each other's practices. And so Geraldo's work ethic, just how he consistently gets down to his work, that he's always immersed in it, creates the perfect model to show others that this is how you need to go about your creative practice. This is how you get the most out of your work. This is where the type of work ethic and the quality and the quantity of the work that you're going to need to gain broader recognition, to generate sales, and to generate other outside exhibition opportunities. And so, you know, Geraldo started by, you know, not having many shows locally, to having a ton of shows through the Creative Vision Factory. We've shown several times through here, but due to the work that we've done, you know, he's coming off of a couple exhibitions. One, the Wilmington Trap Stars street art exhibition, was featuring local talent at the Delaware Center for Contemporary Arts. And you know, I forget the exact numbers, but I think there was about maybe like 6, or you know, somewhere between 4 or 6, you know, Geraldo Gonzalez works on the gallery walls at the Delaware Center for Contemporary Art. Last Thursday too, we had the opening reception for All Different Colors, an exhibition at Fleischer Ullman Gallery in Philadelphia, and Geraldo had 4 works featured in that show. And so with these 2 institutions of contemporary art, Geraldo is now shown in both of these, and you know, I really feel like the sky's the limit. With every single exhibition, we bring more and more people to his work, to his story, to his passion around public transit. And 2, I feel like it really reintroduces the use value of public transit to a lot of people, in particular to a state and a city where I think people in Delaware, you know, if they can't drive their car to the milk aisle and then drive to their other store and then drive home, you know, they're so consumed with how they drive around in their vehicles. And if the city is really going to build up the critical mass we need in downtown, you know, we're going to have more people utilizing public transit and thinking of it as a great resource to live and to thrive in the city. So in addition to these exhibitions that have kind of broadened his network of support, we've also shown Geraldo's work in the Wilmington Conference Room in the offices of U.S. Senator Chris Coons. And again, too, we're trying to get the work in front of people that can affect change around public transit, that can see the gift of Geraldo's vision, his work, and see how it can really be an asset to DART, to SEPTA, to New Jersey Transit. You know, recently there's been some developments around bringing his artwork into the new office space for the film production company called The Kitchen, which is going to be moving into this really unique offices on the Gate E platform at the Wilmington train station. And so we would love to see some site-specific Geraldo works at the train station. We've also, in the past year, have tried to start a campaign to take one of his works and to do a full bus wrap. To take this kind of colorful vision, to see it on an actual physical bus and have it roar through the state of Delaware would be an amazing sight. So, you know, his work it's been really impressive. It's also been really impressive to see the evolution of the work, that the work never stays the same. The same process has been taking place, but Geraldo has really been pushing himself in terms of introducing a variety of new material, you know, new subjects, new locations, new inventions in how he's presenting, you know, bus interiors, train interiors, parts of the buses. You really get to see just what a student he is of these vehicles, of this method of transportation. It's a great resource to learn about the kind of structures and the organization of the transit systems that we have here, and it's such a pleasurable way to learn these things too, because you know, these visions that he provides us are just, you know, a kaleidoscope of bright color and material. You know, the intense mark making that's made in Geraldo's almost, I feel like, mimics the kind of the cadence and the movement of these vehicles throughout the state. You know, to think about the transit system as a metaphor for, you know, the functioning of the kind of the human body, and you know blood moving through a system, making the whole engine work. You know, that you get to see that these vehicles are really are what makes a place live and thrive. It's what makes an economy grow. It's what connects us as people. And you know, so it's just been a pleasure to get to see these works in mass. I mean, we're talking about literally thousands of drawings. It's been really a real blessing to kind of see the development of the work, a real pleasure to see more people recognizing that the work is important and that the work is of high quality. And with every time that, you know, we have a new exhibition or a new show or a new sale, you know, that audience broadens, and the supportive community around Geraldo strengthens. And that too is really the core of what we're trying to do here at the Creative Vision Factory through this creative practice. By just shining a light on the talent that's already here in the city, we can build supportive networks and relationships for these individual artists so they can thrive and to continue to have a space to make work. And then too, the community as a whole has the reward of having this art and having this unique vision, you know, there to spark our imagination and to enable us, to inspire us to get into our work and to, you know, work through our stuff with the same kind of dedication and commitment and drive that Geraldo does. You know, you best believe when I come in here and I see him, you know, his head buried into work and doing it, you know, I want to dig in just as much and help get people around the work too and rally around it. So great artist, great figure. It's been amazing to see how much has happened in the past 3 years. I can't wait to see where his work's going to take him in the next 3.